Hello and welcome to your pre-match build-up of West Ham United against Chelsea. The team lineups are officially out in 3 or 4 minutes, but should it be what we're expecting is potentially good news in some area. There's 2 changes to the starting 11 that faced Spurs, but we'll get onto that in a second. Gonzo, is currently Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 2. I mean, our luck just keeps going.
Is that so?
Yeah, do you not know it's 2-0 Newcastle?
No,
yeah.
I said I might be able to listen to a bit on radio, didn't I? We did a video this morning, but no, I've been making dinner and I didn't know. That's cracking.
Yeah, it's 2-0, and to be fair, Bournemouth, so I've watched the first half. Bournemouth look half given up, to be honest. They've come close to scoring just at the restart, but it's still, Newcastle are still 2-0 up. So, should they get beat? I mean, this just changes the dynamic of the game completely, doesn't it? Because there was a slight view that because obviously Bournemouth got a point tonight, we dropped into the bottom 3. But as it stands, I mean, the goal difference can push us in there, so we get a thumping, we'll go into the bottom 3. But as it stands, we're going to come out of our 3 most difficult fixtures on paper, bar Man United. Tonight's got to be a free hit. Tonight has to be seen as let's have a go.
And he doesn't like the term free hit,
no.
David Moyes, but there's a free hit and then there's a free hit. So I think going into it, there's the free hit in as much as you have no expectation. No one expects you to get anything from this game. Therefore, it's a free hit. Then you've actually got, which is what I think the position we were in before we knew this Bournemouth scoreline. This is now a mathematical free hit, which is completely different. So don't worry, no one will blame you if you lose. This is actually go out, have a go. It doesn't matter because anything you can get from this is an absolute bonus. Aim high by going for the win. And if you fall a bit short, you might just get the draw. If you aim low and aim to keep goal difference down, then really, if you fall short, then you still lose. It's just the wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a double free hit, Gonzo. I think both of those things what you've said there apply for this one. We're not expected to get anything. Chelsea are more under pressure tonight than we are. Because not only are they favourites, the teams around them are winning. Leicester are currently losing, who are just above them in the table. But Wolves and Man United are breathing down their necks, and they both just keep winning. They don't look like letting up anytime soon. Man United they were putting last night. So if I was Lampard, I'd be looking at Man United, I think, crikey, they're getting into that top 4. So us or Leicester are missing out. There's a lot more pressure on Chelsea going into this than there is on West Ham.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I didn't know that. Obviously, I was aware that Man United played well. I saw some clips of Greenwood, and they, but I've been listening to the radio at points today. I'm not oblivious to the fact that some people are talking about a renaissance for Man United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come from being useless to being compared to Sir Alex Ferguson as far as the radio is concerned. Anyway, they're going to be aware of that, and they're going to want to cement their place. It's been we discussed it in the preview in the build-up. It's a hell of a successful season for Lampard. If he can take the transfer embargo on the chin, if he can introduce some young players and then still qualify for Champions League football, which has not been a given even in previous seasons. They've been in and out in the last season or 5 of the Champions League. Because sometimes they haven't qualified. Of course, they won the Europa League. So, yeah, maybe the pressure is on them. I'd imagine that they can handle pressure because they're a big team. Have you got the team there?
No, Newcastle have just made it 3-0.
Oh,
that's game, set and match at the Vitality Stadium. Unfortunately, that's our next opponents that are in free scoring mode. But it's good for us. But the team, are you ready for it? It is what's expected. 2 changes from the Spurs game. Fabianski continues in goal. The back 4's got 1 change. Ogbonna comes in for Balbuena. So it's Fredericks, Diop, Ogbonna, Creswell. The midfield, Rice and Souček are there. There is 1 change. Mark Noble is not in the squad. He's not on the bench either, so assumption is he's injured. So Manuel Lanzini has come in, and he's kept in Pablo Fornals, Jared Bowen, and Michail Antonio is the striker. But Lanzini comes in, which throws the question out, where is he playing? Is he in the Mark Noble number 10 role, or is he going to go out on the left and push Fornals in there? Or is he going to try and go 4-4-2 with Lanzini as the second striker? I don't know, but while I'm not too happy with Antonio as a striker, there was easier things for him to do with the Mark Noble injury thing. He could have put someone else in there who was more defensive minded. Good news. Do you see that's good news? Good team or no?
Well, it remains to be seen whether the team is good or not. What it is, clearly, is one additional attacking player. Because say what you want, it doesn't matter that Mark Noble was playing in the number 10 position. It doesn't matter that Mark Noble can score some penalties. He's not an attacking player. Lanzini is an attacking player. So I think that's really good. I would like... In fact, I don't mind. I don't mind any of the ways. If he plays... I'd rather he didn't play Fornals out left. If I had to have one of them out left, I'd rather it was Lanzini. I guess not. I think he's any more of a left winger, but he's got a bit more pace about him, and he's played there before to more productive effect than Fornals has. I think if Lanzini is in the middle now, I'll still be pleased, because if he can get into his head, then he can skip past a player. And that's huge in football, but to everyone, particularly when everybody's so tactically clued up and everybody is matching up and this man marks that man and all the rest of it. The moment you skip past a person in midfield, you tear someone's tactical plan to shreds, because all of a sudden you create a 2-on-1, and that's got to be a good thing. So that's great. If he plays as a sort of striker off Antonio, fine again. It means we've sort of gone 4-4-2, so it just shows a little bit more attacking intent from Moyes. He's got to do it. He's got to grasp the nettle, because, quite frankly, he keeps losing. He's losing lots and lots of games. The opportunity is there because of how the other team have been faltering. And even though the fan base are not inside the stadium, the fan base are getting frustrated with David Moyes. So actually, he needs to grasp the nettle, and he needs to go out there and do something adventurous.
Yeah, I just hope Lanzini turns up, because I think he will play in the number 10 role. I'm going to assume it's the exact same as Spurs in straight swaps, and Lanzini's going to be where Manobo was. I'm going to assume that's what's happening. Therefore, he's got such a pivotal role, because I thought Fornals and Bourne were linking up well against Spurs. Really, Noble should have been in there as well. So Lanzini can get in there, and those three can link up, because they're all technically brilliant footballers with the ball. Antonio, all he has to do is run, and it's not even difficult. Run. Them three can find you. Them three do have a pass on them. All you have to do is run and just keep your eyes out, kind of thing, and something will come through for you. The no striker's annoying, but what I will say is, I've seen Moyes in one of the papers. Moyes was saying we need to shoot more, and he even said the centre backs need to start chipping in with goals. I mean, how they're I don't know, but he was trying to say everybody needs to chip in. Then he started saying that we need to shoot from long distance as well. And I wonder if that's part of the reason he's took Lanzini in. He's maybe looked at Lanzini and said, if someone's going to have a pot from 20 yards, can you have a pot from 20 yards, please? It's a positive change. If we lose tonight, I want to lose 4-2. I want, not just for the entertainment factor, but I want us to get on the score sheet. We have to, the first priority tonight has to be to score. That needs to be the number one thing. Get off the mark, get scoring, because Bournemouth are getting smashed at the minute. They look like they can't score if they keep playing until next week. So it's important we score, and we go into Newcastle with at least one player with a little bit of confidence in front of the goal, because I don't want to sit here with another game where we've not scored or tested the goalkeeper much. The bench, in no particular order, just because I'm using one football app. It's Jack Wilshere, Fabian Balbuena, Alfie Lewis is called into the bench due to lack of numbers, Darren Randall, Felipe Anderson, Andre Yarmolenko, Silva, Johnson and Ajeti. So a strong bench, an attacking bench, not too many defensive options on there as well. The Chelsea team, though, is a team we're up against. It's, if you're a patron and you watch my opposition preview, I've got 10 correct. Kepa's in goals, a back four of Alonso, Christensen, Rudiger, Azpilicueta. Midfield three of Conte, Barkley, Kovacic, and a front three of Pulisic, Abraham and Willian. I was ready to say, what do you think of that? It's A, what we expected, and B, it's pretty strong regardless of what he names, isn't it?
Yeah, and Willian always does seem to play really well against us whenever I've seen him play. So a very, very good, maybe a bit underrated actually. I'd possibly go as far as to say that. Really, he's been a real contributor. It's not everyone comes over to the Premier League and is successful and adapts. He really has done, hasn't he? He's been a really good player. It's going to be really, really interesting. Just to go back to Lanzini there a second, yes. I just wish somebody would get in to his head, and I would love to speak to Lanzini. I guess I'd have to speak Spanish, but let's say I did speak Spanish and I could speak to Lanzini. I'd very much like to say to him, you were in a World Cup squad on merit. Only in a World Cup squad. Lionel Messi wanted you in that World Cup squad. Sure. You were
Look, Messi's got his shirt up in the wall.
There you go. He had such confidence on you. He wanted you to be basically loading up the ammunition for him to fire the bullets. He was going into that World Cup with really high hopes. I don't think anybody would have been surprised if he'd have been one of the standout players there. He was looking really, really good. He's got the technical ability. It doesn't look like he's lost any pace. It does all appear to be in the mind, and he's got a decision to make with whatever. He must be 27 now or something like that. If he can put those demons to one side, he can have an outstanding last 3 or 4 years. If he has an outstanding game today, he can make that position his own. If he plays brilliantly, I'll tell you now, David Moyes will put him in the team for every game from now until the end of the season. I absolutely guarantee it. And from there, he can launch his career. It's just really up to Lanzini whether I'll ask him, what do you want to do? Do you want your career to peter out as a 27-year-old who sort of glittered and really good up to the age of 25 but never fulfilled your potential? Or are you going to actually go for it? And just say, do you know what? I might get kicked, I might get injured, but do you know what? I'm going to go for this. I'm going to try and make a career for myself. I'm going to try and make myself one of the best players in Europe, which he had the potential and the ability to be. If he can get in his head and you can make him start believing that sort of stuff, you've got half a chance. He might have a good game. Hopefully, it's that and not the one that's retreated into his shell in the last little while.
This is not his last chance, but this is his only chance, because if he plays crap tonight, he's not starting on Sunday. It's as simple as that. Bowen can have a stinker tonight. He's starting on Sunday. I'd say Fornals is iffy, but Lanzini doesn't play well tonight. Felipe Anderson's taking his position, or maybe Wiltshire, or he might try Yarmolenko up front and push Antonio. He'll try something different. Lanzini's got a game, but I thought he did all right when he came on against Spurs. Lanzini, I thought he looked bright. I just hope that he steps up tonight. I really hope he grabs it, because we need a hero between now and the end of the season. We need a hero. It can be any one of them. Doesn't matter who it is, but we need someone to start putting in 8 and 9 out of 10 performances every week between now and then. A bit like what Danny Ings is currently doing at Southampton. We need someone that's just going to rise above the rest and say, here, I will be Mr. West Ham for the next 6 games. Give me the ball and let's make things happen. It could be him. He's got the ability. The Chelsea bench, not that it's too important, but just to emphasise the calibre of players Van Lampard has on his bench if things aren't going too well. Jorginho, Giroud, Caballero, the goalkeeper, Loftus-Cheek, Billy Gilmore, Zuma, Reece James, Mason Mount and Hudson-Odoi. I mean,
Rubbish.
Seven players I could walk into our team on the bench there for Chelsea. But what's your thinking then? You any more optimistic? I mean, I was excited this morning. For some reason, I'm still excited, and I have absolutely no reason. I do still tie it into the fact that I see it as a free hit tonight. I see this. If we get beat 2-0, result-wise, it's not bad, because we've now come over our 3 hard fixtures, and we're somehow out of the relegation zone. I would never have assumed that would happen.
Yeah, I'm not any more optimistic, but I'm more excited. So I'm actually looking forward to this game, and I think there's a chance we may well have a shot on goal and force their goalkeeper to make a save, which I do think is very exciting and something I would look forward to. Yeah, mate, you never know. You never know. If he can... The team talk's so important, Gio. The team talk is so important. We can all say what we want about tactics, and we've all said lots of things. Tactics, ideas, substitutions. They're all vitally important parts of the game and parts of being a manager. But what you say to them before they run out onto that pitch and to set the tone for what needs to be a fast start, you never know. If we get a fast start, get a bit of confidence, we're another game fitter. They might be another game more tired. Who knows? Anything can happen.
The one other thing that's positive, Declan Rice is captain tonight. You talk about team talk. We've now got someone who, I bet you when he stands up in that change room, I bet you he will be shouting and screaming at them before they walk out into that pitch, and he will be holding them to task on the pitch as well. Noble's been disappointing me with his captaincy in the last couple of games. I've been very disappointed, not just with what he's saying, but just the way he looks and acts on the pitch. I've not been too inspired by it. Whereas Declan Rice, we have physically seen him in the last 2 games holding players to account, encouraging players, getting frustrated, getting pissed off when things aren't going right. But that's what we need. He's got the armband tonight. It gives him permission. I've always wondered, He clearly does it, but can't Declan scream at someone like Mikel Antonio and Antonio to listen to him? Well, he's got to tonight because Declan is the captain. Everyone has to listen to him. What Declan says goes. It's as simple as that. I just want to see us have a go. I just want to see us go out there and score. We need to score tonight. This is so important that we just get off the mark. I do think we've got 45 minutes. Lampard's bench is ridiculously good. He's the last 2 games now. Lampard's changed something at half-time that's gone on to win him the game. He was 1-0 down against Villa at half-time. He changed it. Boom, they come out 2-1 up. We've got a 45-minute spell until I fear for it, if you like. And unfortunately, it's tied into our own manager because I don't think he will change it in time. If it's 0-0, he's not going to change it. Lampard will. He won't. So we've got 45 minutes. That Chelsea defence has got mistakes in them. We press high. We rattle them at set pieces, we might get half a chance. Final thoughts on your score prediction. Before I get that from you though, Gonzo, you guys are currently watching this, there's over 400 of you. Stick around on the channel. We're going to disappear in 2 or 3, 4 minutes. You're going to get our final thoughts and our final score prediction. But then Charlie and Tom are going to go live immediately. The link for that video is in the description. So when we say goodbye, click the link and join Charlie and Tom. They'll be doing a watch along, giving me the commentary, interacting with the live chat as well. And me and Gonzo will be back at the review. So Gonzo, final thoughts on your score prediction. I think you said 3. What did you say? 3-0, 2-0? I think you stuck with 2-0, didn't you?
I think I said so. Yeah. I think I've said for a long, long time about surprising the opposition. About when a team sheet goes into the opposition, give them something to think about. Then we've got to give them something to think about. Do something different. Make a surprise. Make Frank Lampard do what you just said. Make him not have to wait till half time. Make Frank Lampard have to make tactical changes in the first half. I think that might help us. Declan Rice, massive game for Declan Rice. Declan Rice got schooled by Loftus-Cheek last season. Okay, he really did. Declan Rice and his family grew up as Chelsea fans. Declan Rice was at Chelsea and they released him. They said, Declan, you are not good enough to play professional football for Chelsea. Now, knowing that the type of guy that he is, knowing that he didn't do well, he didn't prove a point last season. Also knowing we rate Declan Rice, but you've seen the comments about Declan Rice. People say Declan Rice ain't better than McTominay, Declan Rice ain't better than Loftus-Cheek, Declan Rice, blah, blah. There's a perception in the top 4 and top 6, whatever, that Declan Rice isn't good enough. Declan Rice is at his level at West Ham. Declan Rice want to go out there tonight and prove everybody that actually he's England's defensive midfielder, he's the best one in the league, and prove to Chelsea that they shouldn't have let him go. Probably even prove to Chelsea that they should go and buy him, but that's a different subject altogether. There's a lot rides on him, but I don't think he'll shrink into himself. I think he's got the broad shoulders. I think he'll take it in his stride. I think all those things I've just said. I think he'll be. Well, he won't be saying yes, mate, because he won't be watching this. But I think he would agree with those sentiments. So that as well. So the team sheet, keep the surprise. Big game from Declan Rice and Lanzini. Step up, mate. Show that you are Argentina's the guy that was going to be the playmaker for Argentina in a World Cup. Let's see that, Lanzini, please. And 2-0.
Sticking with 2-0. Fredericks gives me the fear. And this is quite a positive pre-match build-up unusually, but Fredericks gives me the fear up against Pulisic. It's going to scare me watching them. Marcus Alonso left back coming down that side as well. I'm a bit worried. Jared Bowe will get back, but it's just Fredericks and his lack of positioning and whatnot. I'm going to stick with 2-1 Chelsea. I feel optimistic. I feel excited, but I'm almost starting to feel optimistic, and I don't even know why. I don't know why at all. I was really down for the Wolves game and Spurs game. I had no hope, but for this one, I've just got a feeling, but I'm trying to stay calm and say, no, we're going to get beat. So I'm going to say West Ham 1. Chelsea 2. But guys, Tom and Charlie will go live in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. Me and Gonzo will be back immediately after full time. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you in a bit.